How it diminishes. All these technical things. Okay, so what we are reading, who can tell me? Where we are?
I remembered something about the
No, I.
Oh, page 81.
Page, where we are? Huh?
Page 80.
Is it so?
In my book says.
No, I am asking others.
80.
80, yes, 80, page 80. You are correct. So, what we read is in 79 page, verse number 11. That this creation, which is merely of the form of a vibration of consciousness alone, is dissolved by the accurate knowledge and again rises with the false knowledge, just as the false knowledge of the snake arises on the rope.
Swami, I had a question about this. Ask you.
So you should have to ask me first. Okay, tell me.
So in this paradigm where the vibration paradigm, how does Maya fit into this?
That vibration itself is Maya.
So the vibration is Maya, but it's Brahma vibrating, but that vibration is Maya.
The Brahman is the stable condition where there is no vibration. And whenever vibration comes, this creation is there. See, ocean is ocean.
Yeah.
When vibration, it means the ripple comes, that is called creation. And all different waves and
So
different.
the power of Brahma to vibrate. That's
Yeah.
Maya.
Of course, the power is there within Brahman. It sometimes does, sometimes does not.
So that's the Maya.
Maya is that when he does.
Yeah.
Other time Maya is there, but suppose you are all sitting. Some of you may be doctor, some of you may be engineer, artist. When you are sitting like that, we don't see anything, any expression. But you can also, you start expressing yourself. That power is here. But we don't see from outside. When you wish, you can manifest. So even the cosmic Brahman, when wants to manifest, then vibration.
Potential is always there.
Potential is always there.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why in the Shakta philosophy they say Brahman and Maya, Shakti, they are not two. Ramakrishna said many times, we refer this example 100 times, that when the snake is lying down coiled up, suppose it is like Brahman. But when the snake comes and wriggles and moves or raises his hood, this is called the Maya or the power which is manifested in the action. So the whole universe is Sabda Brahma. That means Brahman in the vibration, sound vibration. And that vibration, when there is no vibration, we call it unmanifest. That is called Brahman. So who will say what is that? But when it manifests, it's vibration. This whole is one of the way of looking at the manifested, created universe. So this creation, which is merely of the form of vibration of consciousness, as if the consciousness is the substratum. Consciousness, when vibration comes in the consciousness, its manifestation happens. But consciousness itself is the ocean of consciousness, Brahman. So whenever any question of manifestation comes, the duality comes, the universe comes, it's good, it's bad, it's happiness, it's misery, everything comes there. And is dissolved by the accurate knowledge. How it goes away? This vibration. we are seeing, everything is vibration, no? Just a prana ejati nishritam. In the Upanishad it says that prana, the energy, ejati, ejri means kampan, vibration, nishrit, and it is everywhere permeated like that. But when it does not, in the eye of the samadhi, person of samadhi, mind vibration, its own mind's vibration stops. And as the mind's vibration stops, the whole universe of diversity disappears from that person. And the Brahmagani, the Nuara Brahman, is totally absorbed in that oneness. He does not know himself, he does not know the world, he does not know the creation, not created. In the state of samadhi, is beyond all vibration. That is the state of absoluteness. That is called Satchidananda, eternal. And when it comes down from that, and then the creation starts. Swami Vivekananda had a beautiful poem, I have referred many times, that there is that one Ekarupa Arupa. There is one divine entity which has no form, no shape, Arupa. Desha Kala Hina, beyond time, beyond space, beyond position. Desha Kala Hina. Otito Agame. There is no past in that, there is no future in that. Beyond past and future. Agami Otito Kala Hino. Desha Hino. There is no time in it. Kala Hino. Beyond time. Neti neti viramo jata. You go on discarding this universe. Whatever is there, deny, it is all gone. And that is the state of Brahman. But from there arises, Swami Vivekananda says, Cheta hote uthi karano dhara. From there arises the seed of this creation. It's a vibration. Cheta hote uthi karano dhara dhoriye vasona beshoyo jala. Then with a desire, a cosmic desire plays in that mind. What is that cosmic desire? I was alone in myself. I want to manifest. Katoi, and from that comes how many nama, katoi rupa, kato goti, kato sthiti, ke kare. Who will count the creation afterwards, what it comes? Countless, infinite names and forms and ideas, everything spring from that absolute one. So it matches with this experience what Swami Vivekananda sang there. When the mind comes from the absolute oneness, samadhi, coming down, how is that? So that is the description here. So this whole world is a vibration. We can think that when your mind vibrates, this universe is there, is it not? When your mind stops vibrating, the world goes away. Now look at that. Now the mind is vibrating, no? I'm seeing you, hearing this, that mind is always jumping, wave. It's called vritti. In the Raja Yoga, it is called the mental modification. Mind jumps and takes different form. Huh? But suppose you go to dream, what happens? This external vibration stops. Internal vibration gives you the vision of your dream world. Your mind vibrates in a way, only your mind, and then you see your dream. Now your mind, when stop that vibration, what happens? You go to sleep. When you are in sleep, your mind is no more vibrating. Mind is restful. It is not dead, but it is there. So that is called, when mind vibrates, the world vibrates. When your mind stops, the world stops. Do you agree? This is a big thing to understand. Say, question, contradict, yes, no.
Yes.
Is it? Understand it very quietly. That when your mind is vibrating, you soul. See, when someone is looking at the world with his mind vibrating, no? So you are seeing the world, you are awake. Someone is lying down here and sleeping, deep sleep. He will not see the world, we are whatever we are seeing. Why it dissolves? Because mind stops vibrating. When you are seeing your dream, I am seeing my dream. Millions of people seeing their own dreams, own world, means what? Individual mind of the person is vibrating in some level. Is it not? Yes?
So in deep sleep, the mind is not vibrating, correct?
Isn't that's my point?
And then what about in samadhi? Is that the same thing?
Almost samadhi. It is not samadhi.
Right.
Almost samadhi.
Right. But in samadhi, is the mind vibrating or not?
No.
No.
Samadhi, there is no vibration.
No mind.
So what's the difference?
Tell me. We are become the same idiot comes back every day. But samadhi, you become a realized soul. You become a Buddha, you become a Ramakrishna. That is the difference. Understand this point. We, as we are, I'm an idiot, I come back idiot tomorrow also. With same knowledge, same foolishness, same mistakes, same anger, same frustration, same this. But you go in samadhi with conscious mind moving into that divine level. What will happen? You will come back. You will be a saint. You are called a seer of truth. You will be established in eternal bliss. And you will give joy to others. Only this is the difference. Why? Understand this. Why? When you are in the deep sleep state, what is happening? Your mind is vibration is stopped. But there is a layer of a veil is there. That's why you say, I do not know. Last night, I slept so deeply, I did not know when it rained so much and water entered into my floor. Don't you use these expressions? You are not dead. You are there. You are recognizing yourself. I was there. But I didn't know. That not knowing is called the veil of Maya or ignorance. Maya has two aspects. One is the veiling aspect. Another is what? Vedanta.
The projection.
That is projection. The veiling aspect, projection aspect, vibration, etc. Projection aspect. Because the mind's jumping was there. It was there. Mind stopped. The projection part is gone. But the veiling aspect is there. And when in samadhi, the veil lifts up and you see light face to face. Understand? This is the distinction.
So then when you come out of samadhi, you don't say, I don't know what happened.
No. That they say, I know.
You do know.
Sri Ramakrishna was challenged. Have you seen God? Well, yes, I saw. I understand. I see. So that is the conviction. And it says, Swami Vivekananda said, if you have the realization and the whole world comes to you with a sword in hand to kill you, no, you are not right. You will not yield an inch in that because you have experienced that. That is the power of strength of truth. So this is that means if otherwise if deep sleep was the samadhi, then everyone should have taken more morphine or something like that to go into and then get samadhi. It does not do. It brings dullness. When we take such medicine, it makes us dull and is confused. No? So this. Okay, now we are done. So this is the vibration. And it can go away only with the accurate knowledge. Accurate knowledge. What is accurate knowledge? Knowledge of Brahman. And again it arises. When vibration starts, again it arises. And vibration stops perfectly. That is knowledge. So knowledge will stop the vibration. Ignorance will start the vibration in action. Action off and on. Switch off, switch on. So, simple thing to understand, this world is a vibration, and that vibration is Sabda Brahma. That's why it is said, oh. That is all, it is a vibration. through which this gross, subtle, and causal and whole universe of this creation has come up. And when this dissolves, but the sound remains potent. It is there, but not.
So, but within all the vibrations is that stillness, Brahman.
Yeah, all the vibration, yeah.
Within Brahman is the potential for vibration.
Every vibration includes that Om. Om is there, and other vibration have mixed together. When real knowledge will come, all other knowledge, all other vibration goes away. Only the Om vibration remains. That's why the people of knowledge, they said, they hear the Om all the time. Underlying Om, unobstructed vibration goes on. And that also stops. Then you go into Samadhi. Then you cannot say who experienced who, what to experience. Till this wave underlying sound is going on, it's a state of high state. But when that also stops, who will say what is there? That's why Bindu. Uma, Om. And when it reaches that flight, that vibration stops for the individual, and who will say he is merged, salt all merges into the ocean. Okay. Now the inclination for desire alone is the root cause of all bondage. Now the question is that this bondage, because of the vibration, this universe comes, as we understand. And when it comes, it gives us, it pulls us into bondage. See this universe, when I am seeing, I like, I dislike, I enjoy, I get frustrated. So duality persists, and that is ignorance. So this verse, what happens? Bhogo bhavanaya yati. Bhavanaya yati bandho dardhyam avastuja. Bandho dardhyam avastuja. Yayopashantaya yati. Yayopashantaya yati. Bandho jagati tanavam. Bandho jagati tanavam. Bhogo bhavanaya. Bhavanaya means by reflecting, thinking constantly of the bhoga, of the objects of enjoyment. It is natural when we are in this body, mind. So, my eyes want to enjoy. How the eye will enjoy? If it can see some beauty. How the ear can enjoy when it has a nice vibration. So every sense organ brings us joy or suffering because of my desire to connect with that. Bhoga bhavana. Bhoga bhavana means idea of enjoyment. The bondage arises from non-substantial matters, yet it brings strong by craving the objects of enjoyment. Bondage, how our bondage arises, anything you see first time, it does not create bondage. Suppose you get one type of beautiful ice cream, first time, you ate it, it does not create bondage. Yet your mind says, oh, it is good, I want to have it. See, bhoga bhavana, I want to enjoy this second time, that is creating little attachment. Second time is also not that intense. Now you feel so much, then you feel addicted. I want that only. So, bhoga bhavanaya, only by thinking to enjoy something through this sensate universe, that is the maya starts there. Bondage starts there. That's why it is said, enjoy everything detached. Be in the world, but not of the world. Be like a lotus leaf. Water in the lotus leaf stays there, but water does not stick there. So be in the world, do work, but hands off. Keep your own freedom. Don't get stuck anywhere. So that's the whole teaching of Bhagavad Gita. So here he says, Bhoga Bhavanaya, because of the reflecting on the Bhoga enjoyment, that Avastuja, which is non-substantial. Ice cream cannot give us joy, we know that. It creates cholesterol only. It is Avastu. Avastu means, not Bostu means the substance. It's unsubstantial. It is not eternal, it is not permanent. So that Avastuja, originating from the non-substantial matter, enjoying that, bandha jati, our bondage grows. Jati means grows. Stronger and stronger. Once a little attachment, 2 to the power 2, then again little more, 3. See, look at that, how people get addicted to drinking. First day, we are not interested much. It is not that pleasing to test it. But you feel something plus, and then you'll say, it's good. Then I want 1 sip more. And then 1 sip is not difficulty. 2 sips, 3 sips, and continue. And one day you find that you are in such a position you cannot come out. So it has created a bondage. How? But avastu, it is not the absolute substance, non-substantial. It cannot give you joy. It cannot give you peace. But that object, when it is with the desire to find our pleasure from that, it grows, and then bondage starts there. Then yaya, by which upashantaya, when it calms down, bandha, the bondage, jagati of the world, jati, becomes tanabam. And what happens? When we can curb our desire, understanding that there is a joy, but that is momentary. That brings bondage, that brings suffering. Why I am going for that? When I understand that and I try to withdraw that, then my bondage is reducing. Like a AAA, not AAA, Alcoholic Anonymous meetings. Just realistically see, once someone entered into the bondage, and now one wants to come out of the bondage, what is the procedure? Teach your mind, this is not good, and hear from experiences how others also felt. You are not the alone, the victim of that. Many people get it. It is a natural thing when you are in life. So get out of that so that you become free. How? By this knowledge. So when you're calming down of your desire, I don't want to satisfy my joys by making me a bond slave of all these things. When we understand that, then you become gradually withdraw. And someone say, I am sober for 5 years. Yeah, for 8 years, or 5 months, or 1 month. Starting point is 1 month, 10 days, this, that, and gradually, they come out. So bondage, we enter, freedom, we come back. So it's both in our hand. So this is the idea here. So this bondage arises from non-substantial matter. Yet, it becomes strong. That is, by craving the objects of enjoyment, because I find some sensate experience of joy, and that's why I turn towards it second time, I go for third time, I go for fourth time, but again you get frustrated that is not giving me absolute joy, because it is not permanent, it itself is temporary. So how it can give me permanent joy? So when you analyze this way, then you come back towards your own freedom. So, when this craving for enjoyment cools down, this is a very important word, cools down, means everyone needs some experience. Understand, and then understand that it cannot give you satisfaction, then you turn back. Whenever you find some nice candies and other things, looks very nice, means most dangerous. But it looks nice, and you find little attracted towards that. And when you see that second time, understand it is not good, even it is in front of you, you say, oh, no, I don't take it. No. So this habit turns, it brings back to your own freedom. In one side, craving for that brings me bondage, and withdrawing from that craving, understanding and experiencing that it cannot give me joy the way I want, then you withdraw. So this is called freedom, this is called bondage. So both in our hand, what we want. Therefore, then the worldly bondage is also attenuated. It does not go away. That's why it's called attenuated. This is a very beautiful word. Tonu means it reduces its volume. You say, see, so much like your, what you call, LDL. LDL is getting strong. Huh? Attenuate it. Your LDL reading is 122, and then you reduce it. Doctor says, hey, it is too much. Come down, cool. What are you eating? Don't eat. Bring down your LDL. Huh? So attenuate. They are not saying totally destroy the LDL, but it should be reduced. Its impact does not affect you anymore. It is there, but it is not affecting. So long you are in the body, little bit of these things will remain, but it will not affect you. Therefore, the craving for desire should be given up. That is the that's why Vedanta people don't like it. Because they say this type of statement. Huh? Therefore, the cravings for desire should be given up. My God. Huh? How can I give up the cravings for this? Even you you don't eat, but the craving is different. No, someone is not, say, in your plate there is given certain things which is not good for your health. But to detach from that, the desire from the heart to throw away is difficult. Even you have given gross things, but the desire remains inside. Understand? This is a finer understanding. You may give up that thing, but mind will say, hey, it would have been good. It little if I get it. That desire inside, you have given the gross thing. Still, the desire, craving is very difficult to get out. That's why you are fighting with the subtle level. First you fight with the gross level, then you go to the subtle level. But how can you give up the gross even? Unless you have experience. That's why everyone needs some experience of the world, go through the same procedure, and by themselves understand. And then you understand, then you try to get out of the gross first, but still inner desire will be, craving will remain. Then fight with that, analyzing. Hey, you know, you had your LDL increased and your medicine simvastatin has been given to 40 to 80 milligram. No? So you want to increase more and more? No. Okay. So give this argument to your mind. So the desire which is arising in the mind, it will have a counter effect. It will reduce. Understanding the consequences. So here also, that we have our desire, even if we give up the gross object, mentally it remains there. So how to get out? Give counter argument to the mind to understand that. This next verse, Viveka Chudamani, they are quoting, with the increase of cravings for desires, the selfish activities increases. When I expect anything, I'll have to work for that. I want to eat good food, so I'll have to go to a restaurant, or someone is cooking, to invite and ask and cook. So you are to desire, there comes I want to eat it, I want to get it. So selfish idea comes. Body-mind concept. It brings us into. Due to the increase of selfish activities, the sensual desires increase from every direction. In this way, the worldly bondage never ends for an embodied being. Vasana vriddhita karya. When desire comes, you start action in that direction. No? Suppose you want to prepare a good meal. What do? This is the vasana, desire.
Shopping.
No, you plan. Oh, I'll have to go. And then not only shopping, what to purchase, what are the items to be done. So your karja, your action starts there, mental action. Then you take the car and drive it, physical action. Then you grab the food item in the grocery shop and then fill it up. And all this activity is coming because of your desire in the mind. So vasana vriddhita, increase of the vasana, desires. What happened? This increase our activities. Activities are for what reason? For satisfying this limited body-mind complex. Not my divine complex. There is another my divine nature. Not to satisfy that. Because it will satisfy my tongue. It will satisfy my stomach. So I am doing this. And this, when I am thinking of me, this much, many things I need. I need this, I need that, I need that, I need that, I need that. So that way the vasana, desire increases. And more bondage goes on. Now, how to counteract? Next verse says, as the darkness of the night is completely swept away by the glow of the rising sun, similarly all types of desires for sense enjoyment and the ego, etc., dissolve by the force of the impression that is created to the intense meditation on Brahman. If you meditate on God, the divine, and you find little joy, more joy, then you say, hey, I sit in quietness and find so much joy. I need not have to work, to run, to earn money, and to drive and labor and be a slave of all these things. And I get more joy. What foolishness that I run for this limited joy. I can get more joy. So by contemplating on our divine self or Guru mantras, Guru has given the mantra, the instruction, following those, focusing there and getting to have better joy, higher joy and abiding joy. And then transformation comes from within. The hankering for this, that means selfishness to selflessness. Spontaneously happens. It turns its direction. When I think that I am only body-mind, I will have to satisfy my expectations through so many ways. Good food, good dress, good car, good home, good friendship, good everything good. I want to have myself. But when we get that joy, more joy, by directing our mind in God consciousness or Vedanta study, we are doing thinking, I am Atman, I am Brahman, I am that bliss, I am the light eternal, and focus on that light and meditate on that more and absorption comes. We find greater joy. Then what happens? This external attraction will drop off automatically. So there is in us this desire, but there is also a power within us to get out of it. But unless you have experience, it will not give any result. Someone may have experienced little earlier in previous life. Someone is doing now. Someone will be doing afterwards. But experience is necessary. Unless you get a touch put your finger someday or other with some hot object, no? Or a flame. How many people will say, hey, don't put your finger in the flame? It does not make any sense. But when once we get the experience, then, there is flame, I'm not going there. So that experience is not, that's why experience is not bad. Vedanta does not decry that this experience. But with intelligence, you go to the that idea that you know what is this, what is that. You can compare them. Sadvasana spurti bijrimbhane shati yasho bilina to ahomadivasana. When it comes I, this desire, and the this attachment comes, and more and more desires. Desire increases desire. You put a clarified buttermilk or ghee on the fire, fire increases, inflames. So if you pamper that, it will increase. But if you give a substitute, our mind, some people are very drastic. No, I will be too rustic to the mind. I won't allow the mind to do that. That is very strong position. Few people can hold on to that. Rather, give the mind a better choice. This is this. You are having with this. You see, try this. You yourself, when you understand, when the mind will understand, it will guide us. You cannot go to your mind. Your mind should understand itself, that what is more beneficial, what is more enjoyable, what is more sustaining, what is more independent type of joy. Is okay? Any question? No, these are good reasons. So we cannot deny the argument what this Sankara, Acharya Sankara is giving. No. So experience is necessary, and not experience like a fool who does the same mistake and again repents. But intelligently knowing what the world can give, what the selfishness can bring in our life, what unselfishness can bring. This experience, if you make a matching, when you invest your money, what do? Who is giving higher interest rate? No? You make a chart of that. This gives this much, this much, this. Then you say, but it is safe. Then you find the safety of that investment. And then you judge after so many, okay, let me go for this. So in our spiritual life also it should be done. Okay, this can give me this much joy. That can give me, oh, I like this, I like that. Okay, good. But it is worth investment, or you will repent afterwards. All the money will be just gone. All your assets will be. So carefully analyzing that, then you invest somewhere. And then you know higher and higher and higher. That is the training of the mind. That is called not to oppress the mind. It is not oppressing the mind. It is not with a rod in hand, hit his head. Hey mind, stop! That will not do. You have to train the mind so that mind understands by itself. It does not work. It works better. Yes.
In Kannada, they say that this is how you tame your hunger. Just like the way you tame the kid or motivate the kid. Inittu ittu marasi inittu. Give little and take up. And hide little. Yeah,
right. Yeah. Is okay? Okay. So let us go to the next. Like ripples, the entire creation, including mind and so forth, are merely the delusional vibration of the Supreme Self. God's play. The Supreme Self means God. God's play is going on, no? And God is playing with you. God is everywhere. But I don't see God everywhere. I see God in the ice cream only. Therefore, ice cream is my God. I don't care for other things, but I like this. So, that cosmic creation is one thing, but my mind is a part of that cosmic, and it has its limitation. It thinks of itself only, not for you, not for others. As a result, it becomes self-centered. and wants to satisfy all the things. Because you are a beggar. So you are a beggar, you will have to beg everywhere. Give me money, give me money, give me money. But when you see, I am the Lord of the universe, why do you go beg? It is yours. But this in word, only talking this will not do. So people go to the experience. So this verse says, Mana sampaddate tasmat, Mana sampaddate tasmat, Mahata paramatmana, Mahata paramatmana, Susthirad asthirakarang, Susthirad asthirakarang, Taranga iva varidhe, iva varidhe. Manas sampaddate varidhe taranga. Like the ripple in the varidhi means the ocean. Like the ripple in the ocean, in that ocean which is tranquil, when the ripple comes, this restless mind is created out of that widespread, extremely tranquil, supreme self. We have our inner tranquility. But disturbing that tranquility, when desire comes, it is like in your mind lake, which was calm. Suppose how the television is doing every day. You are sitting watching television, and one advertisement comes. Huh? So your mind was quite thinking something else. That television show instantly stimulated in you some waves. And what it did, your mind was not thinking of those things, but a ripple is created. And this is good. And you see, purchase this knife. If you purchase now 19.99 cents, and it cuts like this, boom, in one stroke. See? And you find your mind was not needed even. You were not thinking of purchasing that knife set. But you saw that it created a taranga wave in your mind. See? In the movie screen, that wave comes to your mind wave. And mind gets waved and then stimulated. And seeing that beautiful performance of the knife, you immediately order now, and you do use your credit card and just go for ordering. So suppose you are not watching that movie, you will not be interested in crying. So the whole universe is like stimulating your mind. In this way, in that way, in that way. That is called Maya. But your mind was not restless. But that's why it is said Sangha. Sangha means association. Association creates desire. You go to a holy company, holy association will create holy vibration. You go to a musical conference will increase your musical affinity. That type of wave will rise in your mind. And that's why wherever you keep your mind, be careful. It will adapt those qualities, those ripples, and then you will be following those unconsciously. That's why spiritual life is called a little careful life. It is called the razor's edge, walking on the razor's edge. Why? If you are inadvertent and you allow the mind to go, then don't blame the mind. We blame our mind. Hey mind, why my mind is not coming for meditation? Don't blame your mind. Mind will say, Baba, what can I do? You allowed me to go for everything, eating, ding, 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 this, and now you say, I don't listen to you. I listen to you. So that's why it is mind is naturally calm, but now our mind has become rippled because all this impact is happening in my mind, even without stimuli. I have seen maybe one movie or one advertisement 10 days before, and again it comes up in my mind. Oh, I was to purchase, I forgot. I should have to have a habit. See, after 10 days, that thought may again provoke you. So that's why stop creating ripple in your mind in such a way that mind becomes peaceful and the inner glow of light comes out.
But if you go for solitude also, they say like that when you are alone, that time that little that thing, black things of mind comes out without anything also it can come out.
Because you have already pampered them and that is already in your mind. You have collected them before. You are not doing now. But when you go in your solitude, what happens? All the little bubble which was sinking into the lake of the mind, it bubbles up. Boom, 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 boom. So that's called sanskara. Sanskara, we create our sanskara or impressions. Deep, repeated action creates impression. Repeated action. You know, all these communist people, they call brainwashing. I was in Calcutta. I know what communist people did. Day and night, they brainwashed the brightest student, most brilliant students of Calcutta University, or they're wonderful, intelligent people. But they have brainwashed them in such a way, see a rich person, he is a culprit. So you can go and kill, snatch away money. That is your being good to the society. So this brainwashing has been done. If it is done, you are helpless. When you see somebody rich, you go just stab him. On the contrary, if you teach a child with character, what is character? Nobility, selflessness, service to others, this you encourage, what will happen? That boy is grown into that nature. Even in difficulty, he will hold on to these principles. So it is the sanskara we create. That's why it is we should be very careful. Even if you go to solitude, Ramakrishna said, you cannot be a saint because inner forces of old pattern of thoughts will then start troubling you. Then you have to fight with japa, with meditation, with prayer, with satsanga or other things to counteract those things. But it is a struggle. That's why spiritual life is difficult. Why? Because not for now. Not for now, this morning, evening, what I ate and what I came out, it's not the point. It's the past and these impressions of this experience. And if I lean to have more of the fun and joy of these things from temporary things, mind gets tuned to go there and have that joy. It is no fault of mind. Yeah. So you train mind that there is also this joy, but this joy is a little temporary and it brings frustration afterwards. So versus, you see, you practice this type of thing, little harder, but after test you see how it is. It is abiding nature. It is bringing you a perfect sense of joy even after you go away from that. Your good meditation, as I give the always example, or a good dream. One day you dreamt a nice dream. After a month, after even some people remember after years. Think about that, and that gives them the boosting. So, mind, no fault of mind, but we have to train the mind, master the mind, and guide the mind in the right direction. So that mind goes to the right thing. So, like fitful ripples in the tranquil ocean, this restless mind is created out of that widespread, extremely tranquil Supreme Self. That means my Supreme Self is my Paramatma, not this small s. Yeah, you see, capital S. Capital S means not this limited body-mind complex, but that permanent, eternal self. So this always come, but we want to always aggravate it by desire. Asking, suppose you are sleeping in your bed, what happened? After a whole day's tiredness, you just went into your bed. Huh? And now that moment you think, oh, tomorrow morning I'll have to go. Oh, I'll have to put that thing there. See, one thought came in your mind. What happens? You jump out of your bed Your legs, your hand, go and finish the work, and then you get delayed for another half an hour. So, who is driving you? Desire in the mind. Good desire, bad desire, not the question. Any desire that will propel us. So if we desire for the higher thing, big self, our divine self, so that will keep a lingering impact in our peace and joy. If we go for other things, it has its reactionary things, and negativity and other things will come. Frustration, depression, that will haunt us. So we are to handle it. So don't give feeding with some negative thoughts. Mind should not be fed with negative thoughts. Mind should not be fed with that which make one selfish. Rather, it should be fed with the idea of selflessness, for love of others, trying to see good in others, try to do good to others, like that type of feeling. And God, directly to see God in others. 14th verse. Yes.
What's the difference between what's a vasana and a samskara? I never understood this.
Vasana means desire.
Vasana is just desire.
Desire.
Samskara
And sanskara is deep-rooted thing which even you are not seeing anything, but it comes out of spontaneously. Force, sudden force comes up. Your desire is that same desire which is coming out of your not immediate work, but from the past action.
So samskara is like a
Deeper sanskara. Repeated actions create our sanskara. So that means it is coming from the deep down of our mental consciousness. No? Mind is coming into the surface. Why one is asking for one item, why another person is asking for another item? Suppose you go to the school, children, 20 children, innocent children, you ask everyone is asking the same thing. You give them the toys. You say, hey, what toy will you like? Someone will say, I am car. Someone will say plane. Someone will say, no, I want house. Everyone has different choice. Why it is happening? Swami Vivekananda gave the example. Suppose a hen and a swan, 2 eggs, they are hatched, and then release them. One will run towards the water, another will run towards the land. Who is forcing them? Why it goes like that? Why it goes like that? Even in human being, as he said, different children in the same family. One is highly spiritual, another is totally worldly. One is always selfish, another is unselfish. What is the promoting force? Where it is coming from? It's called the sanskaras. Yat sayam swairame vashu, yat sayam swairame vashu, sankalpayati nityashaha, sankalpayati nityashaha. Teneyam indriyajala, teneyam indriyajala, Sri Jagrati Pravitannate, Sri Jagrati Pravitannate. Indrajala Sri should be, that will be better. Anyhow, what does it mean? That mind, out of its own accord, hurriedly and at random, continuously imagines various types of resolutions. Out of those resolutions, this universe expands and manifests in the waking state like that of the magical beauty show. The mind, it creates. Mind out of its own accord. How? Because it is the old sanskaras. But it hurriedly, quickly, and at random, continuously imagines one type of thought, another type of thought, one type of resolution, I will do this, I will do that, I will get it, I will eat that, I will have that, all types. Mind is always going on one thing or the other or the other. Mind is never resting. Even meditation time, you see, you cannot cool down the mind. Mind is always running with this and that and that and that. Because it has gone through so many experiences and they're all jumbled up here. So it wants to play on those old experiences, old thoughts, old ideas. Out of those resolutions, this universe expands and manifests in the awakened state, like that of the magical beauty show. In the magical beauty show, they create something which is at random produced, but it has no reality. Similarly, this mind, what it gets involved into it, that is impermanent. It has no permanent base, but it starts creating newer and newer and newer things. Therefore, the world is merely an imagination of the mind. This is the important point. So this world is our mind's imagination. This is very complicated area. This world is my mind's imagination. My mind's imagination is this world. Yes, this world is world. But how I look at this world is my mind's imagination. Got it?
That's Jiva Srishti.
Jiva Srishti. You see, the world is world. There is a palm tree. There is a rose plant. There is so many other things. Why you lean to one thing and I lean to other thing? My mind adds, oh, it is good. My mind says, hey, it is bad. I may say it is good, it is bad. You may say this is opposite. This is good, this is bad. Is it not? So everyone is creating their own world, is it not? The sun is sun, moon is moon, ocean is ocean. But someone is very much fascinated with the maybe ocean. Someone may not be. They may be with the mountain. That means my choice, my mind is creating my world. And we look at the world from this glass of my mind. I see all ugly things. My mind gives this ugly picture. No? If the mind is clean, it will show us all divine. Even that's why this Pavhari Baba, when the snake was approaching to bite, he said, oh, the Lord is coming. Lord has sent his messenger to take me. He's enjoying. He said, who will enjoy like that? Suppose a snake comes to bite me. I say, oh, Lord is coming, I will run away. He is also a person whose eyes are fixed on the snake. But he sees in the eye of his mind where he sees God's play going on. And I see through the lens of my mind, which is clouded mind, confused mind, selfish mind, and I project upon you my conception. You are, but I project upon you. That's why many people say, you don't know me. When you get into fight, what you say? I am friend with you, but you don't know me. Who am I? Meaning, what is in my inner feeling, you do not know. You project your impression upon me and you make me a holy person or wretched person. That's your creation. I am not that. We create our world. It's a very deep subject. Think about that every day, how we create our world. How we look upon. I am bound, I am a bond slave to look upon other in my own picture, what mind is producing. I'm a slave, I have no freedom. Unless I improve myself and change the lens. You see, there is a story of the one king has some eye problem. So doctor has just prescribed that, okay, you have to see all is green. A king is king, but sometimes kings are also fools. So what they do, he ordered that every road should be, all the buildings should be green, 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 green. Roads should be green, trees should be green, everything green, green, green. So one sadhu, one holy man, happened to come and see that every road is green, every house is colored green. What is this place? Huh? Then he inquired why it is. Asked people, well, our king's eye needs that it should see green. Wall is green, bed is green, the plates will be green, but so everything should be green. And they're spending so much money to make everything green. And then the holy man met the king and said, "Sir, what are you doing? Why you do like that?" Well, doctor have prescribed me to see green everywhere. It is so easy, only you give me 1 penny, I will give you 1 red glass. Green glass. And you put in your eyes, you see everything green. See, this is the point. Change the glass. And you see the thing totally different. You are not changing the world. You are changing your own vision. Here is the problem. In spiritual life, this is the fundamental point. I don't want to change the world. Yes, you will change the world later on. First, change yourself. Transform yourself from your meanness, unkindness, and impolity and other things. Then you see what the world is. So it is, spirituality is changing the eyeglass. The selfishness to selflessness. Okay, so I can end here because it is a long description. Mind out of its own accord, hurriedly and at random, continuously imagines various types of resolutions. Out of those resolutions, this universe expanded and manifested in the awakened state like that of the magical beauty show. Therefore, the world is merely an imagination of the mind, and this is the cause of our bondage, mind, and the same mind is the cause of our liberation. The mind creates the bondage, mind creates freedom. That is in its little discussion. We all know how our mind creates our bondage and how mind also helps us to feel us freedom. By the way, today, shall we do that? As today is a good day. It's called the auspicious day. Swami Adbhutananda Swami, Ramakrishna's disciple, his birthday. Okay, and today there is a book in Bengali which was never translated into English. It's called Sat Katha. That Sat Katha is that book. So it was in Bengali, I translated it. But it came to my hand today on this birthday of this Swami, whose beautiful spiritual message is this. So if you want, you can collect one, buy one.
Yeah. How much? A donation of $5 or more.
Okay, don't.
Yeah. You decide how much. Anybody?
You leave it here if anyone wants to have. Okay. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanam Astu.
So